What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on the odd behavior of Kanye West. Like Kanye West just came out, and I'm gonna play some audio. But Kanye West just came out, and he just said some more odd things. About Little Bootsy. He says some odd things about his ex-wife, what's her name? Kim Kardashian. And so a lot of people are coming at Kanye West, just like they always have when Kanye West when he say something odd or do something odd like this. And they come at Kanye West and they are excuse me. And they're coming at him, and rightfully so, because people are entitled to their opinion. But they are, just what Kanye saying is right. But I'm just saying that I'm just wondering why people are not really looking at like the obvious. Like, to me, it's obvious that Kanye has I think some type of a mental condition or something like that that's making him say and do odd things like this, right? And because his actions and his words are not those actions of somebody who is, in my opinion, somebody who's in their right mind, sound mind. And so I think that anybody that's close to Kanye and anybody who care about Kanye to really be trying to be concerned for him. I don't know what you can do to because I have a person in my family who has a mental condition, and they won't, because they are she acts like sometimes that she's in her right mind. So you can't just commit a person like that, because they'll get around somebody who's a medical profession, like my cousin does, and she'll talk. She's very intelligent. She'll talk like she's at that time she could talk like she got really good sense, and then but once she's then she could go back and forth. And so it's hard for people to understand and see that something like that can be that can be the truth. But I think some kind of way Kanye West is, as somebody has done something to Kanye West, and he's being controlled by by somebody that wants Kanye West to look like he is like he's not in sound mind, and so that's how some people find ways to take people like Kanye down, because Kanye he bought into the people was calling Kanye a miracle genius. I mean, a musical genius, right? And then after a while, you hear Kanye just you heard Kanye even say that about himself, like I'm a musical genius. And so now, once he buy into that, then they can take and use, make him look crazy because he's a genius, and then that could be, that can lead to his downfall, So, but that's just, that's my theory on it. But I want to play some of what Kanye said, and just react to some of what Kanye said, as far as about Bootsy and what he said about like a rant he went on about his kids and his baby mother. And so let me play this.
Find someone.
Hold up. All right, let me find this this clip this audio that bear with me. All right, here we go with Kanye.
You think I'm gay? Okay, you're not how powerful gay people are. Nah, it's right. Kim Kardashian, you telling me you ain't think she was corny 10 years ago? Twigs. You ain't think Kim was corny 10 years ago. and I was God and still am, right? So anybody in the music industry, if y'all go to Kim to get any whatever industry to get rights to my kids to work with y'all in any way, I'm gonna use everything in my power and flesh to do every version of Ye you ever seen like this. Let this be a lesson for everybody. Twigs, you gotta apologize and don't play with my kids. Put my daughter in that dark area. I will make it my sole purpose to destroy you. Do we have a problem now, Martin? I'm Martin on all y'all motherfuckers out here, right? Because it's a different kind of high school. It's a different kind of prom, ain't it? I run this shit, this J-Town.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there. So right there is like where Kanye is like going off on his ex Kim, right? Because she is I guess he don't like the way Kim is handling like his kids, you know, exposing them or putting them like in the business, and he probably is against his kids being in the entertainment industry, and he don't want his kids to grow up, you know, the same way you know, or do the same things that the other Kardashians are doing, right? Because he probably, you know, but because of his state and his mental condition, the way he's stating it and the way he's ranting about it, don't really it make people think that, you know, like he's definitely a little bit off, you know. And he said that, you know, she was corny, Kim was corny, and all this kind of stuff. So, like I said, that don't sound like like a man that's rational. It just sounds like a dude, a guy who's basically out of control. And so yeah, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play some more of this because he said some things about you know, some more things that I thought that was kind of odd, and his actions are odd right now.
Run this whole shit, by the way, and you know that. On season 3. Where's y'all season 3? Any of y'all y'all was watching. Jay-Z, you was watching. Where's any of y'all season 3? Where's any of y'all season 1? Let's check the accounts. Let's check the bank accounts. I am the king. And it's okay. I ain't got nothing against Kendrick. That man can't rap, bro. That man got one bar, bro. He ain't got one bar. He is Virgil. He's a sweet kid.
You see the way that like he's going. He just mentioned Jay-Z. He talking about Kendrick Lamar. Like he's going off on everybody, and like it's like he's ranting, right? So the thing about that, like that's what can happen to people like in the entertainment business. People don't remember, like it was a rich guy by the name, like years ago. His name was Howard Hughes, and like if you real young, you probably don't know about Howard Hughes. But Howard Hughes was like a mogul, a business mogul, and a very, you know, powerful businessman. And so what happened with Howard Hughes is he started to, after making all this money, and people, you know, isolated him. They isolated him. You know, I believe like something was done to him. They isolate him and they make him look like crazy. And so then, you know, they could say, well, he died under mysterious circumstances because he was odd, he was crazy. Elvis Presley, like towards the end of his life, you know, like he started exhibit like odd, he was behaviors, you know, and so, you know, it happened to him, and because he was isolated. And then once you isolated, I believe that people can some kind of way like drug you and then have you acting in odd ways. The same thing with Michael Jackson was isolated, you know, from his family, and then people like handlers come in, and you know like they was calling Michael Jackson wacko jacko and stuff like that. And so when people get money, you know, and then they are able to isolate you from your family, and people that that really care about you, are not going to let you, you know, nobody come at you like that, then you know, like this is what happened. This is what happens. But this, you know, stuff like this has, in my opinion, has been happening for years, where people, you know, they isolate you and they have you. I think they drug you and make you act like in an odd way, make you look like you crazy, make you look like you out of control, and then so that's why I think that, you know, people around Kanye West should be very they should be very really concerned about his health and his safety, like moving forward. It's, you know, but I don't know, you know, who's around Kanye West, but I think, you know, it's sad to see this guy go through this kind of stuff, whereas though he gonna end up you know, he might institutionalize this guy, he might end up broke, or you know, or even worse. But yeah, that's, and I can see why like somebody like Jay-Z or like other powerful people don't even really address anything that he say, because you know, you know, like Kim Kardashian really don't address him. Jay-Z don't, because you know, he's not, I don't think he, you know, he in his right mind. And so yeah, that's my take on it. Like I said, you know, I think that, you know, these people should be very concerned with this guy's this his health and his safety. So with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.